Real Action is brought to you by Pertec, with 103 service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements. G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael Guest, Jason Medcalf and Russell Babekuhl. Where are we? There's a bit of sort of a giveaway behind us. Lots of trees, it's warm, it's got to be Queensland, it's got to be one of the big impoundments, and we're chasing barramundi, one of my favourite fish to chase. We don't get to do much of this. This bloke is the local, he's the guide. You got a bit of a beard going on there too, Jason.
You get it long in the tooth, long in the beard, they say.
Long in the beard. We're looking forward to working our way around this area, casting all sorts of like soft plastic surface lures, maybe hard-bodied lures, and using electronics to try and find where they're staging. And then the hard thing is to try and get one to bite.
Yes, and we're going to probably use every single one of those lures until we get them to bite.
It is only barramundi fishing, isn't it, Russ, where you get back at the end of the day and you go, well, those 17 lures go in that box, these 17 soft plastics go there, because you just keep changing up. Once you find something that works, you tend to stick with it.
I'm one of the worst at it. Well, I know the pole this big, but that's half the fun, isn't it?
Oh, it is, absolutely. Working them out is what it's all about. So this is 120mm prawn style vibes. That's what I'm using at the moment. So that's one I've got tied on. So just pretty simple loop knot, some 50-pound fluorocarbon leader, and they still swim really well on that heavy leader. Wind's got it there at the moment. And just add a little bit of scent too. So just a tiny bit of, that scent can make all the difference. And every sort of 20 casts or so, rub a bit on there. And then it's just a slow lift and drop. So they sit really nice and horizontal through the water, and they have this sort of parachute action where their tail bends up and then they'll sink down, then you lift them up, and it's not a real quick jerking action, but more of a subtle lift and vibe. Pause on the bottom where you can. You know, it can be a bit sticky with the hooks if it's in really timbered country, but places where you can get it down there, especially when the barra are mooching around on the bottom and sulking a bit, lift it up, and then as soon as you feel that bit of a touch, you've got to try and drive those hooks in as quick as you can. But barra are no different to anything else. They love prawns and red claw and cherubin and all those sorts of things, so it's a good choice at times. Oh, I've got something here.
Caddy, is it?
Oh, no, barra. There's a barra.
I'll just change over to a prawn style vibration lure, and I've only cast it about 3 or 4 times. And got the bite there, the net's just there, Jace.
Yep, coming through.
Thumb on the spool. Gee, hit that hard. Oh, here he comes, coming up on the top. Here we go, Jace. Oh, bugger. That happens. Oh. You wonder how that can happen with 2 sets of trebles. Just pull the hooks on him.
Well, that was those ones we saw coming through on the sounder.
It took a bit of convincing. He's only a little tacker, but
we're going to throw him straight in the net.
We'll take him. Yeah.
Come here, buddy. He's still be pretty green. He hasn't done much yet.
No, but you dug the sand shoes in early, mate, and they don't give up. Look at you go.
Nice, mate. There's a start. Got to start somewhere.
Oh, now, Mondi Barramundi. Woohoo!
Hey, that's what they look like.
Yeah, mystery.
We've been casting a little bit so far in and around the trees and watching them on the side scan and on the active target, swimming around, and it's just trying to work out what we're going to catch them on. That's a little, which is around the other side, a little hard-bodied lure. That one fell too. I missed mine. Mine was bigger than that.
It was definitely bigger than that one, actually.
No one got to see it.
I won't say that much, but
no one got to see it. That's the trouble. I pulled the hooks on mine, but it's a great start. We're tucked in out of the wind. Fair bit of wind blowing out in the bay at the moment, but what a beautiful spot this is here, and that's a cracking little barra.
Beautiful, mate.
That's a start, mate. Let's get him back. Should be nice and healthy.
There's nothing better than a day on the water, but you want to make it home safely. So remember, one of the most important pieces of safety gear is your life jacket. 7 out of 10 boaters who have drowned in New South Wales waters were not wearing one.
Life jackets come in a range of designs, so they won't get in the way whether you're chasing a big one or just taking in the sights. Whenever you're out on the water, make sure you and all the crew put one on. Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers saving lives on the water.
Got the foot controller down here to drive the electric, and then Jace is at the back, so he's actually been guiding us around the dam here, so he can drive it from there. We'll just hit that electric anchor button, just mark some fish on the sounder in a bunch of trees here, so stealth is a big part of it. So sort of just sitting that right casting distance off, and then be ready to let that go or chase a real big fish if you hook one in the snags. But angle's right, breeze is coming down this way, so all of the energised water and the bait's getting pushed this way, and there's just a few sort of, I guess, hanging. They sort of school up and sit on these snags. Another great looking spot here. There he is. Got him. Go, mate. Got him.
Straight off that stick. Geez, that was the most subtle retrieve ever. Just fishing a little jerkbait there off that point, and not much has been happening, so I just did the slightest little pull down and let it pause for ages, and he's climbed all over it. But there's a bit of excitement for the morning, boys.
On you, Russ. Been a little bit of a battle this morning, isn't it?
Jeez, mate, it's
that's barra fishing.
that's barra fishing, isn't it? It's been tough, but he's a feisty little bloke. I'll jump down there, mate. I might swing up front here.
Come down this way. See if we can.
That was beautiful. You just called it there. So there's been a couple sitting off that point we could see on the sounder, and he is climbing all over it. Come here, mate. This is where they normally play up.
I do love the. I get my first chance to look at that that live, and it's the first time I've seen a couple of barras swim past, and you've just gone and caught one.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Slide him up. He's all right. He's a nice coloured fish, real
beautiful
bronze.
fish. We'll put him up the front. All right. Check this out, Mike.
Well done, boys. Russell.
I'll just grab those long pliers back here.
That's
the colour of that one, bronze.
There you go.
Lucky had the sunnies on. Look at the rod tip in the eye
the
there.
eye protection.
I'll take the eye protection off for a second.
There you go. It's a nice little fish. They do go a lot bigger than that in here, that's for sure. But
Absolutely, but it's all part of the fun and games of impoundment fishing. It's more about working them out. I think that's a big thing for southerners like us who are going to travel to this part of the world and fish Queensland impoundments. And you see all the photos on social media, and you just go, we're going to catch one this big. But there's a bit of a process and an apprenticeship you've got to go through to work it out. I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Absolutely, and if you think about, if you're just going to come up here and try and catch big ones, and there weren't these ones,
Yep.
how much fun would you have? Like, if you didn't come across a
That's
big
right.
one, and you didn't catch 5 or 6 of these, it'd be a pretty boring time.
If you've never caught a barramundi before and you live in wherever, I don't care where you are so excited to see that. Amazing fish. The Japanese name for barramundi, I can't think what it is at the moment, but it means red eye, and you can get that on the camera, but they have these pink eyes, sit on top of their head, and they're always looking up, aren't they, waiting for that next meal. In this case, it was a well-presented lure from this bloke here, and it's done the job. No, beautiful. As I said, they grow bigger in here, but who cares? As long as the
They've
rules
got to start somewhere.
absolutely.
I'll
More
catch
than-
that size all day long,
Yeah,
mate.
and they go hard.
They do.
These fish are just like the angry teenagers, aren't they? Really. So
If that was a brim, Rusty, you'd think that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's still like a decent lump of a fish, but
Absolutely.
just in comparison, they can grow massive. But I'm happy to catch those guys basically fishing like that all day long.
Absolutely.
So we'll get this guy back, and we'll try and make the most of this, possibly a little bite time. So see how we go. Should be nice and healthy. Kept it in the water as much as we can. See you later, buddy.
bit of a look here now. This is what we call active target. So it's in scout mode. It's facing out in front of us here, and there are just barra here everywhere. They're the shadows. Those dark bits are the shadows on the other side of the fish. So beam's looking at it that way, and then you can just see the glowy sort of bits there, the fish, and you actually see these full barra shadows. This one here moving, They're just cruising around in there at the moment, which is just amazing. So we've got side scan at the back we're looking at, and then the idea is to get your lure. In this case, I've got one of these prawn style vibes, and then just try and drop that right on their nose, and you can actually lower it down and get it in front of the fish and try and get them to eat it. So it's an amazing way to fish, there's no doubt. So I've got that there, and then the actual transducer is different to the transducer on the back of your boat, which runs the sounders with side scan, down scan, and original sounder picture. So it's on this pole here that slides up and down, which is just, it's a cracking idea. So you can slide it up and down, change that transducer to suit scout mode, down mode, or forward mode. But that's where fishing's heading these days. Big part of what we do now is all this modern technology.
I'll get us away from these trees.
Come on. Just doing a bit of a dance here at the moment.
Right there. Barra dance.
I'm back around this side.
Where are you, big guy?
Around this side. Woke me up, that did, that's for sure. Just casting my prawn vibe. Oh, there he is. Prawn vibe around. I missed one that just came smoking out there before. And this one actually came up quite close to the surface and came and whacked it. Get a shot there at the net, Jace, when you're ready.
When he's ready, Guesty,
when
not
he's
when
ready.
you're ready.
There we go, bud. Yeah, baby.
Hey, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right, that woke me up. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Oh, just show everyone, Russ, that there. So that's a prawn style vibe. So there would be things like red claw in this dam here as well. And anything we're throwing, you got to try and match the food source, haven't you, really?
It is, and there is a very wide variety of foods.
We have a broad range of smorgasbording.
There's tilapia, there's bony brim, there's little, banded grunters. There's just so much in here, but nothing like if it's Christmas time and you're going to have something to eat, what are you going to eat? It's the most thing.
Well, I'm eating prawns. So why not? I'm pretty proud of that lure. I had a lot to do with the design of that years ago, and yeah, it's pretty cool when you catch something you had a bit of a play with. We got some big saltwater barra when I first started casting these. I've never been so excited to catch a barra, but I got to tell you, I'm pretty pumped right now because it's been one of those ones to work out too, hasn't it, Rusty? You got to sort of just keep putting the cast in and be patient. And I reckon patience. We've sat here for half an hour.
Feels like
4 days.
But yeah.
That's the right situation for that style of lure too, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see those fish are sitting hard on the bottom. They're not always up feeding aggressively, but it's not a bite time now, but put it in its face and
Happy
I
days.
think you'll see 3 of those tied on now.
yeah.
All right, let's put him back in. There's so many sitting on the sounder there. Hopefully there's another bite to come somewhere,
There is,
Russ.
man. It's loaded at the moment.
It is loaded for sure. Off you go, bud. Go on. Pinch on the tail. Go on. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, we do have got the Mega Esky with us today, and there is a big watermelon there. I reckon it might be coming out for a bit of celebration, but you get these bite windows. I think it's so important to maximise them. So straight back in and have another cast.
Yep, we're on. Oh, that's not little boys.
As you feel, mate?
Whew.
There's a few in there.
There's a few in there.
You can still see
I
them.
need that many to try and get a bite.
Do you want me to turn the boat around there, or are you right?
Oh, he's not too bad, mate. He's behaving himself so far. Just a bit of barra dancing.
I'll stay up the front here on the electric and
Whee! That was a pretty cool jump. Woo! Jeez, I got some toe.
They do have some toe.
Oh, he's digging the sand shoes in.
He's digging it in. Right, there's the leader.
He's not far.
See what we can get there, eh? He's green.
He's very.
Well, he's actually silver and bronze, but he's
cranky.
He is a bit cranky. You've made him cranky.
Well, his lunch just dragged him to the surface. That's why he's cranky.
And got him. All
Wow,
right.
don't they put up the camp and stuff?
All right. Jace, where was it pinned, mate? Just in the...
Right in the top of the nose there.
Right in the top of so that hook was just there. No wonder he fought like a maniac. Imagine getting that stuck in your nose. But they're a cool plastic, and we've got these in that size, and then there's... Just hold that for a minute. I think there's a mega one here now. There is. There's a real big fella. Look at the size of that one. So I know some of the guys up in the dam here have been trolling ones like that too in the basin, haven't they?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, bit heavier weight there, so it makes it a little bit easier to troll down to those fish. So.
And then you lost a cracker not long ago on that medium side. That was, and I know it's a fisherman's tale, and we can stand here and say, oh no, it was, but it was.
Yeah, it was two of them.
It was a big thing, yeah.
Well, it was a good patch of fish there, mate. So we might send this guy back and see if we can get a couple more out of it.
Oh, see you later, buddy. Queensland impoundments have got wildlife right around them. We saw a tiger snake on the edge this morning, so be careful if you're going to jump off on the edge of the dam. But things like seagulls, there's wild pigs running around here, all sorts of things. We actually saw 2 seagulls having a bit of a fight on the side of the dam. It wasn't until we investigated they'd actually killed a cormorant, and they were fighting over the carcass. So she's in the wilds here, and it's great to see that sort of nature. There's kingfishers and spoonbills and all sorts of things, but there's a whole heap of big seagull nests staged all the way along here, and I'm sure if they get a chance they'll be having a crack at a barra in the shallows as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Got it. Oh. Right there.
Oh. You're right, mate.
That woke me up a little bit.
Bit of close quarters combat there, mate.
Yeah. Oh. Come on, bud. He did wake me up. I was just twitching a little. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
A little hard-bodied lure, and he's just flown out and stuck up one of the creeks here to have a bit of a look, and so we can't find a few fish, and I've managed to find one, which is good. You got the net there, bud?
Yeah, mate. I'm just...
It's great fun. Barra, it's specialised tackle, so this is a 6 to 10 kilo rod, a little low profile reel, and some 50, 60, some blokes use 80 pound leader, but 60 fluorocarbon works really well, and some 30 pound braid is sort of the outfit that we're generally using. He's staying down a bit there now.
Duck sand.
Pretty fish. Oh, and under there. Beautiful.
There.
Woo. Nice. Pretty. Oh, yeah, look out.
He's cranky, mate.
He's a cranky one. Thanks,
Well
mate. That's what we wanted to see. It's amazing, this place. It's just got so many fingers, arms, tributaries, creeks. Come up here for a sec, Rusty. Bit of a look. Get a bit of light on that fish. And they're one of those fish you can give them that thumb grip, can't you? You can sort of, I've got those treble hooks, so just be careful that fish wants to jump. Just show us the spines that you've got to be so careful of with Barra, which are the dangerous ones. Obviously,
that one there is pretty nasty, and then
that
this
one
guy
there.
here, when if you flips around, you drop him on your leg, you know all about it. So.
Yeah.
There's a couple of very sharp gill rakers through here that a lot of people get done with when they shake the head and they flare that up.
I can see that one midway through the gill plates. Like got a secondary one there, because they are a member of the perch family at the end of the day, aren't they?
Thanks to Alfabs, it's cracking catch time. If you've been getting into some ripper fish lately, then send your best fish photo in via the Real Action socials. Cracking prizes to be won every week, including a Penn rod reel and line combo, an awesome pair of Mako polarised sunglasses, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Look what this fish just spat out. So that's, what do we call that, a bony brim,
That's
one?
a bony brim, that one, and
Wow.
it's pretty much taken up his whole mouth.
Just goes to show you don't have to worry about the size of the lures too much, do you? So throw him back in and we'll let this fella go as well. Off you go, bud. Oh, wow, look at that for a picture. Go on. We've been fishing Lake Monduran, chasing some barramundi around. Cyclones hitting up the coast at the moment around Cairns. Oh, it's actually quite big, about 250 kilometres wide. hope everyone's okay. Not sure what's happening there at the moment. Lots of rain, and there's certainly going to be some wind with that. It's dying off, so hopefully that all works out pretty good. But the barometer's falling on the dam. Russell, can make impoundment fishing pretty tough, can't it, when that happens?
It can, mate. It can make fishing tough anywhere, but impoundments are notorious for making you work for a bite, and we've had to work.
Yeah, but we've still caught some really nice fish on top. That you lost that really big one, which is a bit of a shame. We won't talk about that. Jason, plenty of places to stay here as far as cabins go, houses, caravan sites.
Yeah, fantastic caravan sites. I love doing that myself. My wife would come here. You can spend a day on the water, pull up powered sites water. There's always a good chat with all the fishermen that come and visit here, because they come from everywhere. They come here to have a good time. We've managed to get a few. It has been fishing really, really well. That's why you've snuck up.
I've seen some pictures that you've had of some really nice fish. Yeah,
but as you say, once that big low pressure system sort of
it'll fire up.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Unfortunately, you won't be here, but next week I'll send you some photos.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm heading south. You've been watching Real Action. Michael Guest, Russell Babekuhl, Jason Medcalf. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.
Real Action is proudly brought to you by Amarok. Born from tough love. Look after your best mate with High Pro. Pioneers in pet food.